What is up, wannabes? What is going on? Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Yesenia. I go by Yesenia Wannabe MUA here, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you guys want to follow me, those will be linked in the description below. Today's video, we are going to be going over this bridal makeup that I did. This is the makeup that this is basically like what I looked like for my wedding day. You know what? I forgot something though while I was doing the tutorial. Let me show you guys. I forgot that my dress was off the shoulder and I took some of this highlight from ABH and I like doused myself in it, so I forgot to do that. Let me just do that for you guys really quick because it is important. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to skip it. And I took some on my shoulders. Ooh, I was so glowy. Anyway, you guys, if you want to see how I got this bridal look minus the eyeshadow, because my camera died while I was filming it and I didn't realize I wasn't filming it, so the eyeshadow isn't going to be included in here, but if you want a separate tutorial on that, let me know in the comments, DM me, let me know. I'll make like a little video on my Instagram, or I'll do just a full-on look for this if you're interested. If you're interested in the eyeshadow, it's not going to be in here, but I did create the look using the Tati Beauty palette and the Pat McGrath Mothership palette. I used mainly these two shades out of the palette from Tati, and then the main color that you're seeing on my lid, that glitter, is this one from Pat McGrath, if you're wondering. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, then don't forget to keep watching. Before we start, go ahead and like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into this video. So as I explained in the intro, today we are going to be doing, I want to just call this like a general bridal makeup, not necessarily my bridal makeup, because I don't remember like the exact products I used. It was a year ago, so I'm just gonna do like how I would do my bridal makeup now with the products I have now, if that makes sense. I'm still gonna do like the same like eyeshadow look and the same kind of like general idea of what I did, but I don't have the exact products and I don't remember the exact products. I remember the palette I used, and that's about it. I'll insert some pictures, like the close-ups that I have from my wedding day of my makeup, on the screen somewhere so that you guys can kind of see what we're doing, but it's basically just going to be like a nice neutral glam look. I also want to apologize ahead of time if the camera's not in focus. I am using a monitor, however, before I started actually filming, it was in focus, and then when I hit the record button, it's like it doesn't look in focus to me anymore. So I really don't know if it is or not, and I'm so sorry, but this is my first time filming with my new camera, and it looks really good. Like the lighting, the background looks so good, and I literally didn't have to do anything. The camera did it for me. So that's like my favorite part, is the background, because that's like something I struggled with in a lot of my videos. The background just looked horrible and I just hated it, and when I would be editing videos, I was just like, this is trash, and I just would scrap the whole video. So I really like the background. But yeah, if I'm out of focus, I'm really sorry. If I am, I'll still post, because I promised you guys I would post this, but I'll try and figure out my camera as best I can. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and pin back my hair. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you might be a bride-to-be, and that's kind of why you're trying to get some inspiration, stuff like that. So I do want to preface, the night before, you want to get a good night's sleep so that you don't have dark under eye circles, and then the week before, you're going to want to make sure that you have a good skincare routine. I would say like a month before, you want to make sure your skin routine is set in place, but at least bare minimum a week. That way you're not breaking out in pimples, stuff like that. So try and make sure that you have a good skin routine set in place, and then try and get as much, I know it's like so many nerves and butterflies and it's hard to like get a good night's sleep, but try and get a good night's sleep. Drink plenty of water. Like, you should drink water anyway, but try and drink as much water as you can within that month so that you're like glowing, no breakouts, that kind of thing. So before we start, you'd want to start with a nice clean base. Again, I'm sorry if the camera's not in focus, I can't tell right now, but I'm going to be using the Garnier Micellar Water. Even if it's not in focus, I'm sure you guys know what this is anyway. I really hope it's in focus, because that's going to be so annoying if it's not, because I just bought this camera. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use this just to cleanse the skin. You could also like wash your face if you want. This is just quicker, easier. I'm using these on my reusable makeup pads that I talked about in my Amazon favorites video. if you have not seen that. But yeah, just make sure your skin is nice and cleansed. Then you can go in with like a toner spray, just like a nice refreshing spray. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. This one is something that I got in a BoxyCharm box. It's the Truffle Therapy Skin & Co. Radiant Dew Spray. But it just looks like this. Just a nice little spray to give like dewiness to your skin. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this is just like how I always prep my skin. And it smells so minty. I don't know if that's like advertised on the packet, but she minty. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I didn't do this on my wedding day, wish I had, but I recently got these Sonage ice globe things. They're just like these things that are filled with water. I keep them in my mini fridge, my skincare fridge. This thing is really bothering me. I keep them in my mini fridge. And basically what you want to do is use this to cool down your face, like depuff, get the blood flow circulating, that kind of thing. But I'm going to go ahead and put on a serum. I really hope you're focusing, camera. This is the 4th Ray Rainfall Serum from ColourPop, and you can use any kind of serum you want. This one's just a nice hydrating one, so I go ahead and press this into the skin. You don't want to go on with these things with like not slippy skin because it can cause pulling. You don't want that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these mainly like on my eyes. There's like a whole bunch of different things you can do with these, but I mainly focus them on my eyes to depuff. And then I might do some like this. But these really do work. Like if you were crying for whatever reason and like the next morning you wake up, you know, and your eyes are all like puffed shut, these really work. So I just like to do this. And then my eyes look a little red, but that's just because my skin is sensitive. So yeah, after I do that, I find I'm more like awake and ready to go. You can also use something like this. This is a ice roller. I don't keep mine in the freezer. Again, I just keep mine in my mini fridge. It like does the same thing in my opinion, but I'm just like trying to drain, I guess you could say like drain liquid. I don't know. It's good for like lymphatic drainage, and I honestly don't know what that means exactly, but I just know you look more snatched when you do it. You don't have to do this on your wedding day, but it does help, especially waking you up. My wedding was at 2 in the afternoon, and we had to decorate ourselves, me and my family. So I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. I think it was. And yeah, I was tired. I didn't follow my own rule. I did not get a good night's sleep the night before. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. that night. So don't be like me. It turned out fine anyway, but just try and get a good night's sleep. Next, you're going to go ahead and with your clean hands, go with your favorite moisturizer. I'm going to use this one. This is the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle. I really don't think my camera's in focus, guys, and it's really annoying. I'm so freaking sorry because I know how annoying that is. But this is the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. It smells so good. Please stop going off, phone. That's very rude. And I didn't ever have that problem before because my phone was my camera and it wouldn't like actually make a sound when someone texted me. But yeah, it looks like this. And if you don't like the smell of banana, you're not gonna like this because she smelled like banana. But it feels so good. I also keep this one in my fridge, and oh, so good at moisturizing. Another thing I wanted to mention, if you don't shave your face, you need to start shaving your face. And there's like a fancier word for it. It's called dermaplaning. If you don't want it to sound bad, like I have to shave my face, it's fine. It's literally like just peach fuzz. But if you don't, you might notice your makeup goes patchy. Like here, I can always tell when it's time to shave my face because my bronzer will start looking disgusting and muddy. And I'm like, oh, that's my sideburns clinging on to the bronzer. So don't forget to do that like a week before. You'll be fine. And you can just use like eyebrow razors. You can look up videos on that, but I highly recommend that so that your makeup comes out looking as flawless as possible. Next, I'm going to go ahead and prep my lips. You should do like a lip scrub, or maybe just like take some sugar and water and scrub your lips so that they're nice and smooth. But this is like one of my favorite lip balms ever. This is the Wet n Wild Spearmint, Grapefruit Mint, not Spearmint, it's Grapefruit Mint Lip Treatment. This is what it looks like. And I love it. And I'm almost out of it, but I am glad about that. Ever since I started my project pan, I just like... My dog is at the door. Ever since I started my project pan, I just love trying to use products up. And by the way, if you're wondering about my project pan, it's gone terribly. Terribly. I started working from home November when I started the project pan, and girl, I don't do my makeup when I'm home. Like, I literally wake up 5 minutes before my shift starts and I go and I do my job. I don't put makeup on because why would I? So I have not been using nearly enough makeup as I was before because I'm not like actively putting makeup on to go to work. So yeah, it's not been going as like productively as I want it to, but that's okay. It's fine. I need a new freaking chair. Don't forget to drink your water. This is from Amazon. Okay, I feel like it's focused back here, but if I had put it here... No, my camera has totally not been in focus this whole time. I can totally tell. Oh, shit. Okay, so once you have like a nice prepped base, we're not going to go in with primer just yet. My next thing I would do is eyebrows. So... I think the eyebrow pencil I used the day of my wedding was the Maybelline Ultra Slim, and that's a really good brow pencil, but lately I have been absolutely obsessed with the Hourglass Arch pencil. But yeah, so this is the Hourglass Micro Brow Pencil in Arch. No, this is the Hourglass Arch Brow. I'm like so embarrassed right now. Like, I feel so dumb. I thought I was filming for the last hour, you guys. I thought I was filming. I did this whole eyeshadow look and I wasn't filming and my battery died. So I had to stop what I was doing, charge the battery, and then come back and assess the situation. I'm so sorry. Essentially what I did, if you guys want a full-on eyeshadow tutorial for this look, I can definitely make one. I can even make one for like Instagram movies, you know, if you're just interested in the eyeshadow, but it was pretty basic. Basically what I did was I took the Tati palette and I went in with this shade all over the crease, you know, blended it in. Then I went in with this shade all over the crease, blended it in, and then I cut my crease, and then I set it with this shade. Then I went in with my Pat McGrath Mothership 6 palette, and I took this shade and like blended it in, and then I took this shade and like blended it in and made it like a little bit deeper on the outer corner. Then I took this really pretty glittery shade in the corner here and put it on the lid. So that's that glittery look you're seeing there. For my brows, I filled them in using the Hourglass Arch pencil and Ash, as well as the NYX Lift and Snatch pencil. I used these together and then I set them down with the Gimme Brow in number 4. So if you guys want a full-on tutorial about that, I can definitely do that. I just feel so dumb for doing that. I had no idea. But anyway, I also primed my skin while the camera was not recording. So what I went and primed with is I used the Hourglass Veil Primer all over my face, and then I went in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I used this down the center of my face to like fill in my pores, and then in this little area. And then I went in with the e.l.f. Jelly Pop for the rest of my face, and that's what was filmed and what I no longer have since I'm not all there. Okay, so now we can go ahead and move into foundation. So for foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use the Hourglass Stick Foundation. This one is in Porcelain. And basically, I'm just going to go ahead and take this and dot it all over my face, especially that pimple. So I wanted to look really glowy on the day of my wedding, and I did. And what I did was I took like a Beauty Glow. The one that I used was from Wander Beauty. I'm currently working on this one for my project pan, but this is literally the one I used. It's the Glow Ahead oil. That one worked really, really well. But this is the one that I've been using recently. This is the Charlotte Tilbury the Charlotte Tilbury Wander Glow is what it's called. And it's an instant soft focus for your skin. It's not going to focus. It's an instant soft focus, but it won't focus. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take this and just like drip it down the side of my face. I look crazy, but this is going to really add like a nice glow to your skin, and that's really what I wanted the day of my wedding. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my actual foundation, and this is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. I'm in between shades, that's why I have two colors, but I'm in the colors LN6 and LN1. I don't think it's going to be focused. I don't even know why I'm trying, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take this and mix it. I don't need very much, like literally half a drop of each, since I already went in with that ambient foundation. It's going to take a foundation brush. This one is from the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe one, and I'm just going to start stippling. I like to use a brush to put on the actual foundation, but I like using a sponge to like actually blend it all in. So now we can go ahead and do concealer. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the hydrating one, and this one is in the color Fair Beige. I'm just going to go in under the eye. Before I do that, I only got like half my forehead. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of color corrector, and I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Fair Magic Away Corrector Concealer. That's a mouthful. I've used this in previous videos, but it's just such a good concealer. I love it. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it on my sponge and pat it in, like in the inner corner. I should have done this before I put the concealer on, but I'm not going to lie, I honestly forgot. Oh my gosh, this is a stupid camera. I don't care. The battery low light went on, and I don't even care. Like, I'm just going to keep filming until it's done. So hopefully you guys don't mind if I'm like speeding through it. You probably are glad about that. Okay. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and set my face, and I'm going to set my face using the Peach Perfect powder from Too Faced. This is just the translucent shade, but it's a really, really nice powder, and it really blurs your pores, makes you look all nice and smooth. Start packing, not packing, but like setting the under eye, my forehead, my chin, smile lines, just blurs. Like literally it's like a Facetune filter. It's so good, and I actually did wear this one on my wedding day. I would cream contour, but we don't have time, and honestly for your wedding day you're probably not going to have time anyway. Unless you make time, then I would say cream contour, but I don't have time. Go ahead now and take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade 1. Looks like this. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just set the rest of my face where I didn't put the powder, mainly like the outside over here. Like so, like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and do some contour, and I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. Looks like this. And I'm going to do the contour shade over here. And I'm going to use this little brush, the Charlotte Tilbury one that it came with, and tap off the excess and just fill in my like hollows right here and blend it up. Next I'm going to do actual bronzer, and for that I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade Medium 2. I'm just going to take this big Jaclyn Hill brush and start bronzing up the skin, hitting the forehead, the chin, and some on my nose. Once I'm all bronzed, I'm going to go back in with the Film Star Bronze and Glow, the little highlight, and I'm going to take it on this brush and highlight this area here. This is like a pre-highlight. I don't know why I do this, but I've been loving doing it lately. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a blush. And for blush, it's going to be Charlotte Tilbury again. It's so beautiful. This one is in the color Ecstasy. And it's really pretty. Just take it and swirl it and then pop that center. And then do the same thing over here. And if you wanted to, if you had time, you could do like cream contour and cream blush like before you set with powder and stuff, but this battery is not, it's not wanting me to thrive today apparently, because I was going to do all that, but you honestly don't have to. Like if you wanted your makeup to last a little bit longer, I would say it's probably a good idea, but you don't have to. Next, I will go ahead and take actual highlight, and for my highlight, this is actually the one that I wore the day of my wedding. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter, one of my absolute favorites. So beautiful, and I'm gonna go ahead and load up on this one because I was glowy, you guys. Like I wanted to be so glowy, and I was. And I just lived my full glowy fantasy, and it was great. So just go ahead and highlight. And I like to merge my blush and highlight into one so it's not looking like not all there. I'm also going to take some bronzer and just buff it all in as well so there's no like line of separation, you know. But I'm going to go back in with a little bit more blush, like just the tiniest bit. I'm actually going to use this one from Hourglass, and this one came in the holiday palette. I'm just going to take a little bit of this, like obviously not that much because it's kind of dark, and I'm just going to blend my highlight and blush together. Then with this Morphe setting brush, this little eye brush, I'm going to go in with this color up here and set the middle of my face with this Hourglass powder, and it really diffuses the light, just makes you look so natural. Then I'm going to go in with this one, the bigger palette, and I'm going to mix these two shades for my under eye. And sweep that. Then I like to take a brush to diffuse my bronzer. I'm going to go in with this shade here. I know it's a lot of steps, you guys, and then I'm going to go in with this shade up here. And I like to put this where I put my bronzer, and it sort of just like diffuses it, you know? Okay, now we're going to go in with setting spray. And the one that I went with a couple on my wedding day, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one to like melt the makeup together. That's the Morphe one, but it does a really good job because it's like an even mist, so it hits all the areas of your face. I'm like racing against this freaking battery. Okay, next we'll go ahead and line our lips. I'm going to go ahead and use the one that I did on my wedding day, and that is the Sugar and Spice one from Gerard Cosmetics. It just looks like this. It in a little, and then I'm going to go in. This is the actual lipstick that I wore that day. This is the Pixie Miriam Maquillage Posh Nude Liquid Lip, and it lasted all day. It was very comfortable to wear, and I loved it. It was kiss proof as well. Then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of a nude color in the middle. This is the Macadamia from L'Oreal. It's just a nice like pale nude, and just make my lips look a little bit jutesy in the middle. Okay, for lashes, I never used these lashes. The one that I wore on my wedding day were the Veil lashes from Kiss, and they were so beautiful. They looked so natural. They were very natural and beautiful, and they just looked bride-like, you know. I'm assuming that's why they called them Veil. But these are magnetic lashes, so I'm going to throw these on just because, like I said, this battery is about to die, you guys. And this is from Glamnetic. I got this from BoxyCharm, so let me go ahead and throw these on. It comes with a liner. These are really pretty. I need to quick throw on mascara, but I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk mascara for my lower lashes. And I just realized I didn't even put shadow on my bottom lash. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and go back in with all the colors that I used on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one and mix them and put them on the lower lash on the outer corner, like right over here. I'm going to take this color right here from the Tati palette for my inner corner highlight. Then I'm going to go in with one last thing of setting spray. This is the Charlotte Tilbury one. And this one literally locks your makeup in place so well. There you guys go. This was my remake of my bridal makeup that I wore a little over a year ago. I had so much fun creating this look finally. I kept putting it off for so long and I was just like, you know what? I need to film something, why not film this? So again, if you guys want to see an eyeshadow tutorial, I can definitely do this for you guys. Let me know if you're interested in it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night wherever you are. If you're getting married, congratulations, you will look beautiful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great night or day wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!